just going to say one thing. Didn't it hit us? Whenever I hear your name, I think George Jetson.
What's this for?
What's this for?
A bit rich coming from you with that stupid thing on your head.
It's from your vlog. Yeah.
Oh, well, he's gonna the paparazzi.
But that's unusual. I thought you could only communicate in pictures and drawings.
That was my first time, as you could probably tell.
Going out there the circuit was dreadful. It's probably the worst conditions I've driven on in the dry on slicks.
And I spoke to Max after. I don't have any hard feelings. He apologised, he said he slipped on a puddle.
So we're at Snetterton for the second to last round of the TCR UK Championship. The title's kind of becoming really interesting. It's a two-way battle really between Shepherd and Newsham, or is it? Because the Laidlaws are not too far behind. This race is going to be crucial now, because later on, for race 2, it is forecast to be a complete not a fucking piss down, which could really throw things up and bat things in one direction or another for Callum or Adam going into the Brands Hatch finale, or if they both have trouble, could really bring the Laidlaws back into it. But it's been a boring drive down. What is it in Norfolk? Everywhere there's a 60-mile-an-hour limit, everybody seems to do 50, and if it's a 50, everybody does 40. Is it because everybody drives tractors? Is that what it is? Not used to the speed. Your window's dirty. Fuck it.
Oh, well, he's gonna the paparazzi.
But that's unusual. I thought you could only communicate in pictures and drawings.
He's actually worse than the Donington with 2 ends in it, mate.
Causing trouble?
Trying not to. How are you?
Fantastic.
You're right.
Why aye?
Good. Good.
Are you getting that though?
Which? Oh.
So what happened? Adam Shepherd won with Callum Newsham second. Both drivers put in exceptional performances as they both tried to put one hand on the championship trophy. And for me, trackside, things didn't quite go to plan. Shepherd simply controlled the race from the moment the lights went out, kept it clean, built up a lead and allowed whatever happened behind him to remain separated from his own drive. Newsham was on it from the start. From the back of the grid he took his new Elantra by the scruff of the neck to get past everybody bar Shepherd. Paul put on display some of the raw talent we saw in the BTCC pre-season test,
That was never going to rise to the top of the BTCC Cooper, while Brad Hutchison got by both lead laws, who despite getting more seat time and Brit car didn't quite seem to have the pace that was expected. A knock for Steve early on and being pushed out wide for Sam seemed to slow them a little. From a photography point of view, TCR UK has become more difficult to shoot than ever. A 20-minute session on Saturday makes it pointless for me to even go to the circuit for these rounds. And two 20-minute races on Sunday mean that angles are severely limited. For race 1, I wanted to start inside Williams and Hamilton before coming back towards Agostini, but there wasn't time to get from cars arriving to grid, so I had to go from Agostini to Williams, then back, meaning the shots on offer were quite limited. I prefer the rounds where they had two Saturday sessions and two 25-minute races on Sunday, which gives you time to move around and grab a better selection of shots, but you deal with what's in front of you. Hopefully next year we'll see the return of longer races and 2 appearances on every Saturday to make the real proper race weekend. For this one I used a single lens through the session, an 18 to 400mm Tamron. The original plan was to start with 150 to 600mm Sigma, starting at Williams corner, but as you can see from there, the 400 is a bit too short. But again, limited time meant getting a second lens setup was just not feasible, considering I was on the move for the full session. And having been to Snetterton a ton of times before, at least I have the knowledge of where to go and when. And from a photography point of view, I'd rate my work in race 1 as a 4 out of 10. When you're a fat lad and the pressure's on it, it's harder than it looks.
Callum, Elantra, Championship's really back on, isn't it?
It is. We feel it shouldn't be. The amount of wins we've had and stuff, obviously the DQ at Croft has hurt us hard. But we're leading the championship again. I think it's 6-7 wins on the bounce, or 6 wins on the bounce on the road. So yeah, we'll do what we can do, see how race 2 goes.
Now, as everybody's spoken about, it's slippy surface out there, being out there with those monstrous trucks. How much of a change, now how much have you had to adapt your driving style there? Because I know you went out into the lead with a good 5-second lead, and when you're out there, are you thinking about changing surface while you're out there?
Yeah, changing surface, not so much once you're out there, but going out there, the circuit was dreadful. It's probably the worst conditions I've driven on in the dry on slicks. It was just snap oversteer, understeer, oversteer. So it was just managing it and not making mistakes. So once we get a good lead, it was just bring the car home, don't make any mistakes, and go for race 2.
So obviously I think at this point now you're kind of justifying the change to the VZ. Are you a bit glad that competition's gone the journey?
Obviously the VZ's very fast, we've proven that, but the Gen 2 I think isn't much slower. It's just we upgraded. It is faster the VZ, but I don't think there's a lot in it. It's more for us the reliability side of all the issues and stuff, and our sponsor wanted a shiny new car, so glad we moved up. Love the car. It's been good to us with all the wins we've had, but I don't think the old Gen 2 was too bad.
So how much have you had to change your driving style towards this?
Setup's very different. So we thought it would be pretty much the same car, just tweaking, but it's not. There's nothing on the car set up the same way, which is strange given on the surface they look quite similar. But yeah, driving style, engineering the car. I engineer the car a lot myself, working with the team hard to kind of progress, and it's gone the right way. So we've struggled more this weekend with setup than we ever have before, which I think everyone has, but yeah, it's been good.
Obviously the next race looked like it was going to chuck down, but the weather seems to be moving, so it could start dry, go wet. What's your preference and what's your thoughts?
I'd rather dry. How slippery it is in the dry, the wet's probably going to be a bit dangerous. And then the wet increases the risk of incidents with yourself and other people getting involved. So rather the dry. push for a win, but who knows? Let's see how that goes later on.
But the last question on that one, and the last question I'm going to ask is, do you actually get much practice in for if you have to change tyres during a race in TCR?
We haven't, and we've only done about 3 laps in the wet in this car as well, so we don't really know what we're doing with it. I know Callum doesn't, he's got a new car as well, so we're all in the same boat a little bit, but no is the answer. We're a bit of a wing it process. We know what you would do with a car in the wet, so apply normal logic and see what happens.
It was last year, I think I spoke to you, you said you'd aimed to get the Elantra this year, and it's taken quite a bit of a time to get in, but you've come into this round in the championship lead and you've come from the back of near the back of the grid to second straight through the field. Do you think this really is the weapon once you've got it sorted that's going to be the finished article by the time you get to Brands?
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what we needed, because we've not even unlocked the full potential of this car yet. We're still scratching our heads with setup and that, especially because these trucks are out, they're making the track completely different than it was on Thursday when we were testing. So the loose car we've got now is just extra loose on this diesel they're putting down. But yeah, no, it's definitely the weapon we need to fight Adam. I think it's going to go down to the very last race of the year, which is exciting, but a bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Well, you're saying about the diesel from the trucks and the weather forecast for what's coming on. Obviously, you haven't run the car in what looks like it's going to be very wet conditions. Is there any game plan at all for that, or is it just suck and see?
Well, we've got our Hyundai engineer here. Hopefully he's got some wet setups for us. But I enjoy the wet, and I'm normally pretty quick in the wet, so just take it as it comes. But with the diesel down and the wet track, it's going to be pretty terrifying, to be honest. And I'm pretty sure it's meant a downpour, isn't it?
Yeah. In the middle of it all, though, you've had like Max Hall getting involved, who's not part of the championship. Did you have to think differently about racing somebody you haven't raced against, who's not involved in the championship, when you came up against him?
Yeah, well, I've seen him. He's raced minis and touring cars, and in the minis he was a good driver. And out there, then I was having a really good scrap with him. No contact, no nothing. He was driving really sensible. And yeah, I just managed to get around the outside of him under the bridge. He left me enough space, and yeah, it was quite fun.
And do you think if you hadn't got your hands on the Elantra, it would have been like championship over by this point?
Yeah, because we knew if we came here with the i30, we would have lost the championship overall probably, because the deficit on the straights that had, because this has got an extra 40 horsepower than the i30 had. So what we've been doing in the i30 is pretty remarkable, and the team's a credit to that. So yeah, it's a good job we did get the Elantra. And
I mean, it might be a bit early, but having a car like this, does it give you the thought of next year exploring beyond TCR UK?
Yeah, well, yeah. We've had a few options to look at, but yeah, we'll just see what happens at the end of the year. It's all down to sponsorship, really.
And if you don't get the title this year, it must be you want to come back next year anyway and take it if you didn't get it.
Yeah, maybe. But it depends if there's still loads of people in it.
Yeah.
Because I know a few people are going to go abroad. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. See what the budget says at the end of the year, and see if we can raise more budget to maybe look at different options.
Lovely jubbly. Here we are, Max Hall, TCR UK Lincoln co-driver. Now, how different is that from a BTCC car?
I mean, one thing I'm loving is just the pedal shifts, just nice and easy down the box, don't have to bang it down. Loving that so far.
Is it what's the difference in handle? Like how's the handle compared to the Cupra?
Obviously the Lincoln Co's a long wheelbase car, not a hatchback, so it is a bit different. Doesn't feel like it rotates as well, but I think it grips up a lot easier. So it's a bit different, but obviously it's a front wheel drive sort of touring car, isn't it? So it's a bit similar in most ways.
The start wasn't exactly the start that you wanted. You dropped down a little bit. Is start something that you've practiced, or was that your first proper time starting it?
No, that was my first time, as you could probably tell. But no, I'm happy I didn't install it, to be honest. I wasn't really expecting a good start, but just got to work on it for every other race that we do.
Now you've had a few days you've had a test day and a track day kind of running the car. Is it an easy car to get used to?
Roughly, yeah, but if obviously to really get down into the setup and really get used to the car, it's going to take a couple of weeks of racing. And to be honest, we've only got today and then Brands Hatch, so we might not even get fully used to the car by then. But yeah, it's going to take a while to get really down into the setup for it.
Now, you had some good, decent, clean battles there. When you're up against the likes of Newsham and people like that come through, and people who are involved in the championship battle, does that concern you at the minute, or is it just you get on and do your own thing?
Obviously not in the championship, aren't I? So it's just sort of like I'll try my best to win. If it doesn't happen, I'll try and do as well as I can.
So, would you be disappointed if you came away at the end of the year and you hadn't won a race?
Yeah, I would, but I know that sounds really greedy, but...
But you are here to win, aren't you?
Oh, obviously you're here to win, not to fill out the numbers. Everyone thinks that. And I'll be a little bit disappointed if I don't, but I'm just happy to keep on getting podiums.
And the liveries followed you as well. Is it still looking great?
Got to have a massive shout out to Bramfix for making the car look nice. They always do a good job every year in my livery, and they continue to do so. So yeah, thanks very much, guys.
And race 2, looking like it could be wet, starting from the back of the top 10. What's your thoughts process for that?
I'm excited for that one. Get a reverse grid and in sweat. We're going to have a lot of fun with that.
Before race 2, nobody expected a George Jackson victory, and during the race I think we all suspected he'd fall into the clutches of one of the fast boys, but boy did he hold his own. And it wasn't because of being in a new car, and he'll explain why in a moment. It's a far cry from his TCR debut in 2022 at the same track in much worse conditions than this, and he was really backing it off at a point where I thought, oh, we might not see this lad return, but hell no, he came, he saw, he kicked everybody's arse by building a lead and hanging on to it. Max Hall and Brad Hutchison followed with a touch on the exit of Williams by Hall on Hutchison. That's Hutchison, not Hutchinson, meant that the stewards reversed their positions after the race. Shepherd came home fourth, building his championship lead. And why? Because Callum Newsham didn't finish. The Elantra, after one full race, was well battered after a heavy hit. Going outside Steve Laidlaw to Richards, a move that Shepherd had already pulled off, resulted in the pair making contact. The stewards put the blame on Laidlaw but didn't issue penalties due to, as they said, inclement weather. As far as the championship goes, Newsham has an outside chance of the car can be rebuilt, which is exactly where he was last year going into the last round, except this season the damage was through no fault of his own. As for trackside, wet. I shot the last corner with the 18-400, and because my body and lenses are not weather sealed, I put the rain cover on, and frankly, because the clear vinyl cover on that, all I can see in the wet are headlights. I can't see what I'm shooting in the wet, so it's using knowledge of the camera, the lens and the corner. It's almost shooting blind, but I just have to follow where the headlights are and try my best. The thing is, I like shooting in the wet, and it works well for me, I think, because my post-edit colour palette is a bit flat, and I like it like that. It's purposefully like that because it reflects, I suppose, the nihilistic worldview that I have. I mean, after all, photography is art, and art's supposed to reflect life, isn't it? But for this one, instead of mounting the GoPro to the camera, it's on my forehead. And yes, it makes you look like a fucking dick.
Alright, then give us the number 1.
No.
That's it, man.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Well done.
Cheers, mate. Mate, what?
What's your fucking ears doing?
What's this for?
What's this for?
A bit rich coming from you with that stupid thing on your head.
It's from your vlog.
Recording.
Yes, of course I am, yes. And that'll get in.
Let's go down the tube.
That sounds like a fucking Geordie.
No, you're not mad coming in.
Yes, I am. Did you not know, like? Come on then, tell us.
Wow, I don't really know what to say. I've said this 3-4 times now. Jesus, I'm over the moon. I've put the work in. The team, mega job. A Shepherd, mate, I keep on saying it over and over and over. Shepherd's the obviously, listen, the team are great. Pep, Toby, they're mega. For me, they're the best team in the paddock. But for me personally, the biggest thing, people are probably going to look at this and go, it's the VZ. The VZ's a miracle.
Yeah.
But what people don't see is that I spent 4 days here with Adam Shepherd in the Audi. We done 1 wet day and 3 dry days, and we literally tried everything. And he sat in the car with me. It was, and I literally went like that. I found seconds, you know, and I've just took that into this weekend. It lifted my confidence, and I went and did it. I mean, unbelievable.
Qualifying, it's a shame that you had to start the back because of the change car, but it was quite a revelation in terms of where the speed came on. Yeah. And I mean, we've seen a couple of times this year when you've been in the older car that you've been keeping like place like Crofton or not, where you put in good performances. Like you say, I think you kind of get a bit of driver coaching at them in TCR UK at the moment. But during the race, which point was it where you thought, right, now I really have got a chance, nobody's coming past?
The point in which I thought I'm actually going to win this thing was on the last lap, at the last corner, where I didn't bin it, and I didn't throw it off, and I got the traction coming out the corner, and I thought, oh my God, I've literally just won a race. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
And I mean, you want to see me V-box, it's, there's a lot of FUCKs and...
You can see a fuck here, you can see a fuck, whatever you want. I do all the fucking time.
I was fucking going off my head inside the car, like I couldn't even believe it. It even felt like it was raining inside the car because my tear ducts were filling up and that, you know.
Yeah.
No, all jokes aside, I think about 3-4 laps to go. Obviously, Brad dropped back. Max overtook Brad. Max sort of caught me on the brakes, and it was the same story the whole race. Whether it was Brad or Max, the driving style that I had worked because it was slowing fast out.
Yeah.
And we all know that. Well, I say we all know. I've only just recently learned this myself, but it's how quick you can get from this corner to that corner. It's not how late can you brake. Do you know what I mean? That's what I used to think. Like, the last of the late breakers, he's the fastest man on the circuit, but it doesn't work like that. And I feel like the boys behind me were trying to catch me on the brakes. And it was just, all right, cool, you can take a couple of car lengths out of me, and then I took even more on the exit. So again, that was another AS117 trade, that was.
I did see, because I was down at the last corner, with a couple of laps in, you were getting very squirrely under braking.
Yeah.
Was there much change in the track through the race, or did it just...
I think it was learning the circuit, because I got squirrely a lot of times, and it was like, okay, cool, so coming around Corums, there was a big puddle still on the outside, so I was going in outside, cut a little bit inside, so more middle of the road, so then we missed that standing water there, because that moved the car, and then as soon as you start touching the brakes, it's whoa, 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 and you know, the back wants to come round on you, and then it was just, right, take a step back, chill, progressive on the brakes, brake a little bit earlier, no problem, get it stopped, get your exit, because it's sort of, like I say, it's all about the exit. Yeah, but fuck those, man, I'm just buzzing. I'm literally just buzzing.
Brand's next?
Yeah, bro, it's my own circuit. I love my friends, my family. Yeah, fucking can't wait.
Are you gonna get fucking pissed tonight?
I don't drink, but if I did drink, I would get smashed.
I'm the same. I don't drink either.
Yeah, I don't drink.
I might have the body for it. But
well, I've got the fucking body for it, but I don't booze, so no, I'm gonna eat some shit food. How about that?
That's the best thing to do. So that's absolutely fantastic. And I'm just going to say one thing. Dinner hitters. Whenever I hear your name, I think George Jetson.
Thank you very much, Wes.
Right then. Yes, all done up like a professional pretender to be, yes.
Slightly down.
So then, second place, which wasn't originally second place. What was going on track there with Max Hall?
It was one of them things. It is racing. It is close racing. It was clumsy, I think, on his part, and I don't want to say lack of experience or whatever, but if we'd have been roles reversed, and it could have happened, you know, I'd have given the position back. It was just a tap, put me very, very sideways. Obviously, he went by and carried on. Put me into the clutches of Adam, so it really did nearly cost us, but yeah, we hang on in there, and obviously the stewards have have agreed with us. And I spoke to Max after. I don't have any hard feelings. He apologised, said he slipped on a puddle. So I looked around. I mean,
Was the puddles on track?
there was a few, yeah. So no, we're happy now. I think that's the right result. He's not getting points or anything, which I think is fair, because it is just an error, and you know, it doesn't need to be punished for it. It just needs to be fair, and I think that's what it is. So yeah, I'm happy now. We're getting the most out of the tractor. Last year's vice champion car is now a dinosaur. But anyway,
It's actually been quite a good weekend, considering the cars that you've been up against in the dry earlier on, and the great equaliser, that's the wet. But with Adam coming down on you, obviously knowing Callum was off, do you think he was possibly just taking it a little bit easier?
I think me and Adam have raced together for quite a while, and I think he knew how badly I wanted a podium. Maybe more than he wanted a podium, probably. And obviously,
Are you trying to see it close the door very, 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 very hard?
I was racing. I think he didn't take any unnecessary risks. I'm not being funny though. Adam's great. You know, we've been side to side loads. You know, we have raced a long time, and we know the limits, and we've raced together. Same with Callum. You know, we've had a few knocks and bumps, but on the whole, it's been really good. You know, it's just new guy in the championship. Maybe didn't know. You know, and I know it was actually last driver's briefing, last round, where they said if you do push to pass someone, just give him the position back. And obviously he wasn't here for the last one, so we didn't hear that memo. But yeah, it's good. It's still good racing. It's good for the camera, and I think they got my slide on camera, I'm told. So we've got the onboard, so that'll go in the reels. But yeah, happy days.
But does it seem like Groundhog Day in terms of you raced to Gen 1 and you were just behind and getting podiums, now you're in a Gen 2 and again things have moved on and you're in the same position?
Exactly that. It is. I was saying that to Paul O'Neill. We're here again. It's happened again. We didn't start the year as underdogs, and we've become underdogs. I said to you earlier, I think we're the only people that have finished the season or finishing the season with the same car we started.
Mark Smith as well?
Yeah, me and Mark. But yeah, so it's one of them, you know.
And Will Beach.
Okay, point proven. But yeah, no, I think we're not doing so well in the standings, and I think I don't blame anyone for doing it, because if we could, we would, you know. And yeah, there's no real issue. It's more of it's a bigger picture issue, isn't it? Really, with the championship and TCR in general. If we're not keeping the cars close, then it's difficult. But you know, it does make the podiums good. Looking on the positive side of things, I tell you what, you know, you heard the cheers and you see how proud we all are to get the results, and with our sponsors and friends and family, it means a lot more than just going out and winning every race, you know. So yeah, not saying I wouldn't switch, but yeah, it's definitely a good feeling.
And one round left. It's been a bit of a slog of a year, hasn't it? And running to November on a cold, wet day at Brands Hatch. What's the aim?
Well, win, obviously. No, when we saw the weather forecast for this weekend, you know, when we saw the calendar at the start of the year, we're thinking, oh, we're racing so late into the year. But with what's unfolded with all the other cars and having this Gen 2.5, Gen 3, whatever you want to call them, having them in the championship now, rain does help. So yeah, we'll do our best and pray for some more rain, and hopefully we can have another successful weekend.